Jim Barber with MC3 Church, and I want to encourage you with a few thoughts on faith. In a normal world, March Madness would start this week, so I want to start with a few words from one of my heroes, the late great UCLA basketball coach, John Wooden. Coach Wooden once said, "I believe we must have faith that things are going to turn out as they should. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to turn out as we would want them to turn out. Nevertheless, we must have faith that they will. God is either in control or he isn't." I believe he is. Man, I love that quote from Coach Wooden. There's a lot about faith we don't understand. I think that's why the Bible calls it the mystery of faith. We don't know how God works. I don't think it matters all that much. We simply need to trust that he is at work, and our goal is to seek his will in our lives. Romans 8:28 says, "We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." This promise from God is central to our faith. A lot of things happen in this world that aren't good. Death, disease, war. It's easy to let all that bad stuff overwhelm us. We don't always know how or why things happen, but trusting God makes it easier to handle almost anything. For me, faith begins with trusting in Christ. That gives us the ultimate victory. But the key takeaway from Romans 8:28 is that we have a victory over our circumstances. All things do work together for good. This is a big, big promise from God, and I understand if it gives you pause. It's given me pause before. I read an article one time that said, God is a strange teacher. He gives the test first, then he gives us the lesson. God does work all things for good, but it's important to note that there's a condition to his promise. It's not automatic. What is that condition? All things work together for good to them that love God. If you don't love God, you can't claim this promise. Loving God is the most important thing we can do in life. There is no higher good than to be like Christ. Our purpose is not to know the rhyme and the reason behind the coronavirus or any other bad stuff that happens. Our purpose is simply to trust God as we walk through life and to rely on him to lead us. Whatever circumstances come, trust in God's promise to work for the good of those who love him. Believing this, understanding, embracing it, even when we can't see the whole picture, that's one of the most important elements of our faith. So keep the faith, my friends.